From the Mount Washington Radio Group online newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. This week's announcement that CVS Pharmacy will stop selling cigarettes and other tobacco products by the fall is being applauded at North Conway's Memorial Hospital. CVS has more than 7,600 stores across the U.S., including one in North Conway, and it says it's the first national pharmacy chain to take the step in support of the health and well-being of its patients and customers. The manager of the North Conway CVS store declines to comment on the move, citing corporate policy. But CVS Caremark president and CEO Larry J. Merlo released a statement Wednesday saying, quote, ending the sale of cigarettes and tobacco products at CVS is the right thing to do for us, for our customers and our company, to help people on their path to better health. Put simply, the sale of tobacco products is inconsistent with our purpose. Merlo says smoking is the leading cause of premature disease and death in the U.S., with more than 480,000 deaths each year. And while the number of adults who smoke has decreased from 42% in 1965 to 18% today, the rate of reduction has stalled. He says more interventions, such as reducing the availability of cigarettes, are needed. Joyce Smith is the cardiopulmonary supervisor at Memorial Hospital in North Conway. She's worked there nearly 3 decades and supervised numerous smoking cessation programs as she tries to help people quit smoking. She says the decision by CVS takes a strong stand in the war on smoking and use of tobacco.
I see it as a very positive sign that CVS is seriously dedicated to promoting healthy lifestyles in our community. I hope other pharmacy chains will follow their fine example. I think the harder we make it for our citizens to purchase tobacco products, the better off we'll all be. Kudos to the CVS organizational executives for making this decision.
Smith agrees there's been a decline in smoking, but she says the habit is still prominent with teenagers. CVS says it will remove all cigarettes and tobacco products from its stores by October 1st. Conway's 2 Winter Olympians, 18-year-old biathlete Sean Doherty of Center Conway and 26-year-old ski racer Leanne Smith of North Conway, are being recognized at home and in the U.S. Senate. Conway Recreation Department Director John Eastman says the 2 welcome signs recognizing the Olympians will be up this afternoon on Route 16 near the railroad tracks in Conway Village and at Schuler Park in North Conway. And U.S. Senator Jeanne Shaheen of New Hampshire has officially entered remarks into the congressional record about all 9 Olympic athletes from New Hampshire competing in the games in Sochi, including Smith's teammate Julia Ford of Holderness and the most decorated male skier in World Cup history, Bodie Miller of Franconia. Shaheen says, quote, in New Hampshire, growing up on the snow is a way of life. With access to the unparalleled beauty and terrain of the White Mountains, thousands of miles of trails, and nearly 1,000 lakes, Granite Staters are at home on the snow, on the ice, and in the air. Opening ceremonies for the games are today. In Maine news, Maine's Democratic-controlled House has given early approval to a bill that would restore $40 million in revenue sharing to the state's cities and towns. The House voted 114 to 21 yesterday in support of the bill. That would take $21 million from the state's rainy day fund and $4 million from a fund aimed for future income tax reductions to pay the state's municipalities. The measure would also be paid for through new revenues that the state's projected to get. Democrats say further cuts to revenue sharing will cause cities and towns to slash services and raise property taxes. But Republicans and Governor Paul LePage's administration say taking money out of the rainy day fund will hurt the state's bond credit rating, and a better solution should be worked out. In sports, in men's college hoops, number 7 Cincinnati beat number 22 UConn 63-58 last night. Pitchers Roger Clemens and Pedro Martinez and shortstop Nomar Garcia-Parra are the 2014 picks for the Boston Red Sox Hall of Fame. And in the NHL, the St. Louis Blues beat the Boston Bruins 3-2 last night. In the weather today, partly sunny, highs in the mid-20s, west winds around 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, lows from around 2 below to 2 above zero with light winds, and mostly sunny Saturday, highs in the mid-20s. From the Mount Washington Radio Group online newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.